This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab A8. Released all the way back in 2022, this is the most boring tablet I have ever owned. Now, do not get me wrong, the tablet is barely usable, but it's just that, barely usable. But first, let's dive into the tablet specs first. The Tab A8 comes with a 10.5-inch screen with a clean 80% screen to body ratio. For the resolution, it's 1200 by 1920 with an about 261 ppi density. For power, it has the Unisoc Tiger T618 with an incredibly huge 12nm architecture. The processor is also an octa-core processor with Mali G52 MP2 graphics. For the storage options, you have the choice to start at 32GB, 64 and also a 128GB option, with the additional option of having an SD card to add into the tablet. For the RAM starts at 2, 3 and max out at 4GB as the maximum RAM that you can have for the device. I will add other bits of specs on the screen for your review, but my main gripe is the performance and some other tiny bits of the tablet. So now, I'll start with the good stuff on the tablet. The first thing, the screen is pretty good. Do not get me wrong, even if Samsung skimped out on the top of the line, high-tech, Quad HD Plus, Ultra, Max screen, they still do make decent screens. Paired with the huge size of the tablet, your watching experience is going to be enjoyable and you're going to have a lot of fun with the display. It's nothing crazy, but for the average user, you'll pass by with the display on this tablet. Another benefit is the tablet has these even borders all around the display, which makes holding the tab to be a breeze. No more fingers slipping and sliding as you lift it up and all of a sudden you're on a video call with the third X. The tab also has a beautiful aluminum body that's so cool to the touch and so nice to just hold and look at. The design definitely screams flagship with what Samsung puts on display for the aesthetics. What else? Let me think. It's a nice landscape format, I guess. It has a proximity sensor that detects when you close the cover, allowing the screen to turn off. Oh, who am I kidding? Let's go into the negatives. My main gripe is the performance. Samsung, in their infinite wisdom, paired the A8, a tablet which comes after the A 2019 and A7 2020, which both had an Exynos 7904 with a 14nm architecture and a Qualcomm Snapdragon 662 with an 11nm, and they decided to just, for their next lineup, which is the A8, they decided to just put a Unisoc Tiger T618 with a whopping 12nm architecture. Now, the Unisoc is faster than the Qualcomm of the A7, but why use Unisoc? I never quite understood this. Samsung has their own chipset, but use these Chinese ass chips. Now even the A9 has a MediaTek Helio G99, but this time it's a 6nm chip. What happened with the A8? Why go with a chip that's higher in size, architecture, then for the next lineup you drop it by 5nm, making it effective and way better? Why could you not do this with the A8? This is a problem I noticed with the tab lineup of Samsung, which is inconsistency. As time goes on, you should make things better, but in the tab lineup, things get worse. I mentioned the A9, let's talk about that. The A 2019 was 10.1 inches, the A7 2020 was 10.4, and the A8 was 10.5 inches. Logic dictates that the A9 should be, let's say, 10.6, right? Nope. The A9 is 8.7 inches. What the actual hell, Samsung? How does this make any sense? But that's not all. Being a smaller device, the battery actually has to get smaller as well. So now we go from the 7040 mAh battery to now 5100 mAh battery on the A9 tablet. Thank you, Samsung. Now the resolution also takes a slash and is now 800 by 1340 With how much the color on the Tab A8 looks washed and dull, I cannot imagine taking a resolution slash on top of that. Also, the selfie camera on the A9 goes to a beautiful 2 megapixels from the 5 megapixels in the A8. Wow, that's just fantastic. Instead of going forward, we are just going back, or I don't even know how to explain it. But my main point is that Samsung has cut corners on the A9 lineup and basically put everything that the A9 was supposed to have. They put it as a premium on the A9 Plus. The existence of the A9 irks me. These were things that were supposed to be on the A9 due to the logic of progression, that from this device to this device you're supposed to have an upgrade. We were supposed to have DeX, 90 Hz and all those neat stuff, including the screen size. Now we are supposed to pay more for what we had, which just sucks. The Tab lineup has gone down the drain, and who knows if the A10 will see another reset with an A10 Ultra Pro Max. But the hilarious thing is, despite the upgrades, the A9 Plus is still slow. All I want to say is that if you can afford it, get the S lineup of tablets, which in my case I would suggest the Tab S9 FE, which is a pretty solid device that you can get without breaking the bank. I will include my Amazon affiliate link to the best deal on the tablet. Check it out to support the channel. The A lineup of tablets has an identity crisis for now, and I hope Samsung pulls through, but this just sucks. I regret buying the Tab A8. The colors are dull, the tablet is slow, and now it's not supported, and One UI 6 is the last software it will get, which is basically Android 14. I'll definitely look at the S lineup and maybe snag an old S tablet for like maximum $300 or $200, I'm not sure, but that's my option, since they look like they're pretty good with fun features, huge displays. They're definitely worth their price. Samsung, in an effort to sacrifice just enough to make the tablet A lineup usable, have made it basically pointless to recommend the A lineup for anything beyond reading an ebook and basic web browsing. They will not take the tablet A lineup any higher to make their $1,900 tablets a way better option. But I guess that's just business. But using the A lineup of phones, I will dare say Samsung is messing up big time with the tablet lineup. I hope they will change, since they perfected the phone lineup without making the A series to be unusable at any point. Unless maybe you're talking about the $99 phones like the A01, 02, 03, which for like $80 to $100 even on launch is pretty much fair. So I'm pretty much disappointed on the A lineup of tablets, and yeah, if you have the option, just skip out on it and get the S series, even the old ones. But for the A, just avoid. And the A8 is usable, but like I said, it's just that, usable. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Check out the Discord in description and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Do you like the A series of tablets? Do you dislike them? Check out the socials, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye.